and I can never keep up. Like after the second time, like the third week, I was just like, yeah, no, I did so well the past 2 weeks, so I'll give myself that. What went wrong this week is my pure laziness. Honestly, I just really procrastinate hard, and it was Christmas, so that's nice because then I got a week off. Okay, no, technically 5 days off from the Navy, and I got an extra day off because a couple of months ago a kid stole one of my days off. Long story, there were 6 supposedly, quote unquote. Anyway, I got an extra day. All of it is hunky-dory, really fun. And unlike the past 2 weeks, I actually have a topic in mind. And that topic being No More Heroes. I mentioned it like before. And I never really talked more about it. I was like, yo, No More Heroes is really whack, but in a good way. And I'd enjoyed it. Even though I screwed myself up from getting the true ending, like you need to get like the final upgrade for the weapon. And I screwed that up, and I went into New Game Plus an accident, so it's like, good job me, you suck. So I have to play through the new game in New Game Plus, so I decided to go to easy mode and get the highest ranking weapon, which you can do. So I think it can go smoothly. But I did all the other bosses, and the thing with No More Hero, I guess I'm going to start from the start. No More Hero first released for the Wii, like in 2007 I believe. Let me just be sure, because I want to be correct. And it's like, it's a Wii game, and it's really old, like how old though? Yeah, 2007 in Japan, like 12 years old, 13 for everyone else. And it's like, and it shows, like the Switch port, it is a really good port, that's for sure, but it's like 2007, different way of designing games and stuff. And it shows, and the one thing when I play through the game I realized it's like really repetitive because you need to make money, like LP dollars, and it's just like, it gets repetitive, just to put it in shortly. It's not hard, and it's easy, but like you do it because that's the only way you can do the other bosses. Sure, like in the mini games, like the jobs, they go from okay at best and really just boring as in Boresville. I didn't even bother doing all the assassin missions as well. Like, you do have regular gameplay jobs, I think you can call them, from K Entertainment. We just kill a bunch of dudes, so like, the real spark of the game, the real charm of it is definitely the bosses and its character, like Travis Touchdown, who, fun fact, has the same voice actor as fucking Luxord from Kingdom Hearts, which surprises me. Because there's like, I'm just saying, Robin Owens, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm not really good with American names. Oh, fuck me. Japanese name, I can pronounce them bloody. The American name, oh god, I have no faith. Anyway, and Sylvia Crystal, like the two main protagonists, quote unquote. Sylvia is just so fun to listen to, especially the phone call you do it before every other bosses. They're just really fun. And another character, Diane from the video store. Every time I do a boss, and after a boss, I'm so excited to hear the fucking phone call, because like, it's just like, how can you go, and it goes there, and it's amazing. Compliment to the video, compliment to the writer. It's just really funny. Travis Touchdown himself, he's a fun character. He's just, everything about this game is over the top. All the characters, like Henry Cooldown as well, they're just over the top, even though I have not did Henry's boss. Like, I screwed up to get the true ending. I'll say that again. Anyway, I'm gonna start from the list. Wait, more like from the beginning. And I guess the beginning is Helpler Skedler. Like, you only see him in the fucking trailer, and I think it is canon. Like, Travis does kill him, but like, I have no idea who he is. And other than that, he shares the same voice actor with Let's Shake, and I know nothing else. So let's get to the real first boss, which is Death Metal. And the thing is, with the first couple of bosses, up until Chernobyl, is that I wasn't really into the game. I don't know, I tried to get into it, and I think I just have a really hard time getting into a game once I start playing it. But after a while, I just do get used to it. So with the beginning bosses, it's hard because like, I just keep doing the same thing. Like, I just swing my sword a couple of times and then they just die. But then I realized you do some punches and kicks, you can do some wrestling move, and that's where the gameplay sort of expanded itself. But in the beginning I didn't realize that till the end, so like, that's dumb of me. So like that was the case with Death Metal. I don't remember much. I like his design, it's very reminiscent of Ganon, and that was the attention, so that was really cool. But I really can't say much about him. I like his design, I do like his metaphor, like yo, he's assassin and he's sort of living in paradise. And that's what Travis is, but there's more to it. Killing is more than just that, and I do like the game's story. Like, and the outside, it just seemed like a vulgar mess, but in actuality, it's really deep and complex, which I'm not getting into because I'm dumb, and I only got the basic just so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Anyway, the first and then after the tutorial boss, you get Dr. Peace, which is your first time doing the stupid fee where you have to do with each boss, which I mentioned before, and I do not like. It's just not fun. But I like Shinobu and Death Metal. Dr. Peace, I guess his song, The Virgin Child makes her wish without feeling anything, which was also done by his voice actor. What the hell was it? I don't remember. Anyway, really impressive. I like the song. While it is short, I do appreciate that the game company made its own album, like with different versions. I just burped. I just find that very cool. And there's like 2 different versions, like a sax version, a trumpet version, a normal version, and then you have the karaoke in the album. It's just really cool. The lyrics are quite sad, like oh my god, kind of sad. Like the vocals are great, and Dr. Peace itself, like each assassin gets a little bit screen time, but they really shine through the subtle hints and the way they talk and act and the way they fight. They're just really well made. And I do like to think Dr. Peace is like an early design concept of Market Moonlight in the second game. I don't know much about the second game other than Market Moonlight and Alice Twilight, but I'll get to that once I actually do play through No More Hero 2. I want to replay the first game so I can actually do the final boss, the true final boss, get the true ending, but like it's gonna be a while. So again, Dr. Peace, I love his song, and his voice as well is just deep, and despite it's okay, I guess. The same thing with Shinobu. I like her design. I like how she doesn't actually die. Like Travis has a problem with killing women. That's kind of sexist, but like, I guess he has morals, I guess. But one thing I did not get in the beginning, where Travis goes to her school and they're like, yo, are you the assassin Shinobu? And she's like, yeah, give me a second. And she just killed her classmates who was with her. So I'm like, oh, sucks to be them, not gonna lie. But Shinobu, like, I didn't know how to play the game so really much. I just swung my sword and then she died. Anyway, after Shinobu, I actually start getting the game. So like with the wrestling move and all the quick time events, and then I understand, yo, this is actually quite fun. And the story, man, his character is just hilarious. Like the fake superhero and his Neville's attack are just like, it's stupidly fun, which I think that's No More Hero in a nutshell. It's more than, even though it is more than stupidly dumb, in essence that's what it is, and it does a good job of it. And like the story, man, I like his design. Like in the beginning, when like for some reason, I don't know if just the Travis voice actor Nando is like Mr. Cosplay, is like, hello? That's not how you say it, but like, sure. Oh yeah, the fact that Travis is a massive otaku is like a little funny story, not gonna lie. Anyway, you get Holly Summers, and I really like her. First of all, I heard is every character, every assassin, literally every character, they have their own unique design that stand out. Like Holly Summer, the fact that she has what you call it, paraplegic, she has one leg. I don't know what to say. Anyway, it's like honestly design stunning, like striking, because like you don't see that much in gaming. I realize, and this game was made in 2007, but she's still a fucking badass woman. And in the end, the fact that Travis still couldn't kill her because like, yo, she's a woman and all that stuff, she's like, oh, that's sweet, and then she just killed herself with a grenade towards the head. That was like, cool. And her theme, which supposedly was made for Shinobu because you were supposed to fight her again, but they changed that. So they just gave it to her. Her theme, I can't believe I forgot it. It's actually really good. It's actually one of my favorite. So yeah, everything about her, she's like, she has such a visually stunning design as well. I like it. And then you have number 5, rank 5, Let's Shape, which is like a cop-out. It's where you first meet Henry, and then she like kills him, and then that's it. You literally get no boss, which is kind of disappointing. But the next fight, it's definitely the opposite. Harvey Morzwishtik Voltadarsky, I have no idea how to pronounce it. Everything about him, he's just fantastic. I love it. It's like, weirdly funny, weirdly just fun, and his gimmick, the fact that he swapped the screen around, is just hilarious. And his theme, Violetroslysis, I have no idea how to pronounce that. It's just funky and really good to beat someone up with. It's funky as fuck. And then like after Let's Shake, each boss is just fantastic, like Speedbuster. Not a traditionally designed boss, you don't fight her, but you run up to her, which is really unique in a sort of sense. And the fact that you have to use your environment to stop her gun, her cannon, really fucking cool. And I like her design, the fact that she's a widow, but then once she dies, she has no bad feeling towards Travis at all. She's like, you did good, son, and then slaps him in the ass and like, yo, go fucking kill me. It's cool. When I grow up, I want to be just like her. And her scene, the March 13 elephant explosion, it's just very bombastic, and it fits the scene. A lot of the soundtrack in general, especially for the rank 2 fight Batgirl. Batgirl is just really fun fight, to put it short. And the fact that Travis has no problem killing women anymore was really nice. And especially Batgirl is just a really funny character, but you also see how depressing it is, how an assassin can turn out. And the fact that her justification for Travis was just dumb, even though their essence, they're just the same. And her theme, Pleather for Breakfast, by Jun Fukuda, because they're just really good. There were 2 composers for this game. Masafumi Takada, who most people know for Danganronpa, does a fantastic job. And Jun Fukuda, which I don't know much about him, but his track for these games are really good. The main theme, the leitmotif throughout the game, is NMH, and it's used a lot, and it's just really good. While at points, thank God the game is short, because it can get really repetitive fast. But since the fact that the game is short, it does not hinder it at all. And another part of the game I actually don't like is Destroy Santa Maria. I don't know what you call this area, but it's just, I do not like the open world of the game. The map is too big. There's no, and I guess it's because it's the Wii, there's no real visual stunning area that gravitates more. I get lost most of the time, and thank God the minimap does its job okay. But it's for me, it's not very fun to go explore, and especially with the motorcycle, which is not fun to control at all. But the theme, DND, Do Not Destroy, it's just stupidly fun, not gonna lie. I like it. Another track that really got to me is We Are Finally Cowboys, which is for Henrik, and I did not do Henrik. And it's dumb, honestly. Oh yeah, Samurai Summer, that's Holly theme, I really like that theme as well. And yeah, I told them the second game has a better soundtrack in my opinion, because in the second game they decided to put so many other people in. But we get to another track I really like is, actually I have no idea, is it Rocket Surgeon, which is for the final boss, which again is the same with the rank for Let's Shake. It's oh, you think Death Star is actually the final, Dark Star is the final boss, but turns out it's Jeane, which literally comes out of nowhere, and I love it. The fact that Travis has a cat named after his half-sister who killed his parents is just fucking whack, in my opinion, but absolutely hilarious and morbid at the same time. Jeane, I don't know, Jeane, depressing ass character. I like her design, even though her official design just shows her fucking ass, like art. I really liked the fight, and it was cool. Wait a minute, is she voiced who I think it is? Wait a minute. Oh yeah, she's same by the voice woman that did. Alright. I don't know. I think she's the same woman that did Ariana Grande. Not Ariana Grande. Aranea Highwind. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that was Kate Hain. I get them confused, not gonna lie. Anyway, that's a fucking side note. Her character was just sad, even though she comes out of nowhere. That's why the game story is really good. They get short character interaction with Travis, but you see so much of the personality. Some get better than others, like Let's Shake and Dr. Peace and Death Metal. They could have done better, but I guess first two was the beginning part of the game. One of it has its own song, and that shape was sort of, I guess, like a red herring, I guess, in a sort of sense. And then after you do the rank fight, you do the secret ending where you get to fight Henry. But I'm in the middle currently doing that, so I'm not gonna mention it. And then I have the sequel, which I'm gonna get to. In short, No More Hero is a game that's definitely aged, but with the music and characters and voice acting, like, this game's voice acting is very impressive. Like, there's so many voice actors and actresses that I have no idea, because a lot of them do a lot of TV shows and like Western stuff, and I do appreciate when game companies do that. Like, Green Hopper Studio and Square Enix are the only ones I think they do casting calls, while everyone else is like, okay, Lara Bailey, do your voice, Jordan Lowenfold, do your voice. So, like, I'm not saying Lara Bailey and Jordan have bad voice acting. They do great jobs, no doubt about it. But nowadays, especially with anime, it's like, we're just gonna carry the 10 people over and over again and just like, hope to God, you know? And it does ruin the experience, because I'm like, oh hey, it's Lara Bailey, and like, oh hey, it's Troy Baker, like, oh wait, Troy Baker, no, that's the other guy, Troy, no, what the hell, what's that famous, who's the one that did Kanji for Persona 4 again? Not Matthew Mercer. No, wait, give me a sec, I need to Google this. It's not Troy Baker, I get him confused with the famous fucking actor. Not Troy Baker, what the hell, I get their names confused all the time. Oh wait, it is Troy Baker, I get him confused with that famous actor who was married to Jennifer Henderson. Completely forgot. Anyway, side note, the thing with No More Hero, it's a good game, but it's a game that definitely aged. And there's like, and it feels a lot of pattern and a lot of patterns. It's a short game, but I do think it encourages replay value, because there's so much to collect in this game. And the fact that Travis has so many different t-shirts, like different design, costume is actually really cool. And I do hope the sequel just fixes a lot of these, and which I am really excited to get to. And then you have No More Heroes 3 that's coming out next year, I presume, which I am looking forward to, no doubt about it. So that's all there is to say. Thank you for listening to this week belated sound podcast. We're almost getting to the end of the year as well, so that's something to look forward to. Like, the next one, it's gonna be 3 days before New Year's. That's cool. Night night.